Did you know that you can use Miss Mustard Seed's milk paint on metal? I'm going to show you how I use the color Eulalie Sky to transform this outdated, rusty, and rather ugly looking vintage cart. Eulalie Sky got its name and its color from the background of this painting by Cindy Austin. The name of the cow is Eulalie. When I mixed up my milk paint, I made sure to include equal parts bonding agent. This will help milk paint adhere to the metal. Painting metal is simple enough. Simply take your paint and paint it on. There's really no special technique, and you don't even have to worry about brush strokes when you're using Miss Mustard Seed's milk paint. See how well it was covering all the rusty spots? Hey everybody, this is Jen Baker of 800 Furniture, and today I am getting ready to put the finishing touches on this vintage metal cart behind me. I'm envisioning using it as a drink cart. You could put cocktails on it, or iced tea with a bunch of drinking glasses, or even a coffee pot with some little teacups. And so I've painted it in Miss Mustard Seed's Eulalie Sky, which is a beautiful aqua color. It's nice and retro and vintage, and before I finish it off, I need to protect the milk paint from coming off, and I'm using a product called Tough Coat. Tough Coat is Miss Mustard Seed's water-based sealer. It comes in a little bottle, looks like this, and it's water-based, so it cleans up easily with soap and water. Because it's not oil-based, you don't have to worry about paint thinners or anything of that nature. And so I just wanted to show you how to apply it and give you some general tips and tricks for using it. So Tough Coat comes in a bottle like this. This is the large size. And when you're ready to use it, what you want to do is swirl it around like this to help incorporate all of the ingredients. If anything's been settling on the bottom for a while, you want to make sure that everything gets mixed in. What you don't want to do is shake this, because then you'll get air bubbles throughout the liquid and they'll show up on your piece. When you're ready to start using Tough Coat, the easiest method is, in my opinion, to use a foam applicator brush. These are a foam pad that are usually tapered off to a chiseled point, and you can get them in packs of 5, 10. They come in various sizes and shapes. And when I use my Tough Coat, I usually have some sort of a container or a little cup to put it in. This is just a ceramic little bowl. This is what I mix my milk paint in, and it's also what I use when I use Tough Coat. So you simply open up the bottle and you pour out as much as you think you're going to need. Now, to cover my bar cart, I'm probably going to need about maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of a dish full of Tough Coat. So it's about up to here. It's not a lot, and whatever I don't use, I actually wind up dumping back into my bottle. As long as it's not dirty and it doesn't have a lot of sediments in it, I usually wind up dumping it back in because I don't want to waste product. One of the keys for using Tough Coat is not to overwork it. Unlike waxes and hemp oil, the less you handle the product, the better. So what you want to do is get enough on your brush, your foam applicator pad, and you want to work it back and forth just to get it spread out, but you don't want to overwork the product. Because this is water-based, and it's sort of like almost like a polyurethane, but not quite. But that's kind of the closest product to liken it to. The more you work it in, the more brush strokes you're going to see. So the less you can handle it, the better. You pretty much just want to put it on and leave it alone. So as you can see, it doesn't necessarily change the color of the milk paint and make it really dark like hemp oil does, but it does deepen it slightly. The reason why I chose to use Tough Coat as a finish for this cart is because it holds up well to high traffic areas. I envisioned using this cart as a beverage station, so to hold up against plates, spills, crumbs, and other debris that might come in the way, I decided that Tough Coat would be an excellent finish to use. After you're done using Tough Coat, it's always a good idea to take a wet paper towel and rub the edge of the top of your bottle. It's also a good idea to take your paper towel and rub the inside of the lid. This will help get rid of excess product and keep the lid from sticking onto the bottle the next time you go to use the product. After some staging, my vintage bar cart was all set. I was able to preserve the texture of the metal, but freshen it with a coat of paint. I found a vintage set of teacups, which matched the color of my cart perfectly. I paired it with some lavender and linen bunting, and the whole setting looked spectacular. One of my favorite parts are the original wooden wheels. I hope after watching this video you feel inspired to go find a metal piece and transform it just like I did using Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint. For more inspiration, visit my website at www.800furniture.com and shop for Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint products downstairs in my booth at Morgantown Market.